Welcome to the UC Sports Show, a show recapping the biggest storylines in UConn athletics. From the reigning national champions to action across the diamond, we've got you covered. I'm CJ Dexter.
I'm Ben Heacox.
And the UC Sports Show starts right now.
To baseball, where the Huskies took 2 of 3 from St. John's last week in Queens. In Game 1, the Huskies found themselves down 3-0 in the 7th, but David Smith tied the game with an RBI single. Ben Huber solidified the 7-5 win with a 2-run home run in the 9th. The Huskies took Game 2 8-3, but lost the series finale 9-7. At Dunkin' Donuts Park in Hartford on Monday, UConn played Central Connecticut and came away with the 10-4 victory. Luke Broadhurst hit his 6th home run of the season in the 2nd as he finished with 3 runs batted in. His 5th multi-RBI game during his 11-game hitting streak. Brian Padilla drove in 3 runs himself with 2 doubles, while Matt Grabowski had a 3-hit game. Tuesday, the Huskies continued to score runs at a blistering pace, plating 11 against Bryant University in Stores. It was the 12th time UConn had scored double-digit runs this season. A close contest until the 4th inning when Jake Studley brought his hitting streak to 12 to give the Huskies a 3-2 lead. Corey Morton and Ryan Hyde drove in 3 runs apiece. Morton hit one dead to center for his 7th long ball of the season after a double in the 5th. Up next is Xavier in Cincinnati. Over the weekend for the number 20 UConn Huskies, their record stands at 24-8. The softball team rolled out 8 straight victories until Boston College spoiled the fun with a 4-3 win in Chestnut Hill on a walk-off single Tuesday. BC got out to a 3-0 lead, then Lexi Hastings hit her first triple of the season to get UConn on the board. Again, it was Hastings as she tied it with a 2-run homer in the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, though, the Eagles hit a walk-off single to score the deciding run. UConn splits the season series with Boston College. They're at home against conference opponent Butler. The Huskies are top dogs in the Big East with a record of 12-3 in conference and 25-11 overall.
As celebrations for UConn men's basketball's 5th national championship start to subside, roster construction for the 2024 season is officially underway for Dan Hurley and his staff. Leading scorer and NCAA tournament most outstanding player Adama Sonogo will not return for his senior year and instead enter the NBA draft. Sonogo averaged 17 points and 8 rebounds per game this past season while shooting an exceptionally efficient 60% from the field. Sophomore shooting guard Jordan Hawkins announced on ESPN last week that he also will not return to Stores and declare for the NBA draft as well. The 6'5" sharpshooter from Gaithersburg, Maryland, averaged 16.2 points a game this past season and helped lead Connecticut to their 5th national championship in program history. And after 1 year in Stores, senior guard Naheem Aline will be hitting the transfer portal once again, marking the end of his playing days with the Huskies. Aline got off to a slow start for Connecticut this season, but he was able to turn around his season and establish himself as a major 3-and-D off the bench for Dan Hurley's squad. Sonogo, Hawkins, and Aline will forever be remembered for their contribution to the program's 5th national championship, and we wish them the best going forward. And in better news, fan-favorite big man Donovan Clingan will be back for his sophomore year with the Huskies, looking to build off of his dominant freshman campaign. The 7'2" big man from Bristol averaged 7 points and 2 blocks per game for Connecticut coming off the bench. And in women's lacrosse, the UConn women's lacrosse team suffered a 14-9 loss this past Saturday to the University of Denver, snapping their 4-game winning streak. The Pioneers outshot the Huskies 30-22 and took control of this game early, putting 7 goals in the back of the net in the first quarter. Graduate student Leah LaPrise led the Huskies with 2 goals and an assist, but it wasn't enough for UConn against an undefeated Denver team. The Huskies will aim to get back in the win column this Saturday as they travel to Wisconsin for a showdown with Marquette.
Well, that's going to do it for UC Sports this time around. We'll continue to update you every week on the biggest sports-related things happening around campus.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UCTV Sports for all things UConn sports related.
From Ben Heacox and the rest of the crew at UCTV Sports,
I'm CJ Dexter, and we'll see you next week.